Alright everybody, it's Double M from the Touch 'em Up podcast, and I'm here with your SummerSlam 2023 preview, predictions, and breakdown, which takes place this Saturday, just 2 short days away from Ford Field, and what a stacked card we have from top to bottom. We shouldn't waste any more time before getting into the 8 matches and predicting who I believe is going to walk out of Ford Field as a victor and who hangs their head in defeat. So let's kick it off with the first matchup in the SummerSlam Battle Royal. Alright, so SummerSlam Battle Royal, we don't know too much about this. It was kind of a late addition to the card, but I would guess whoever walks out as the SummerSlam Battle Royal winner will get a mid-card championship match, whether it's the Intercontinental Championship, whether it's the United States Championship. It would be cool if they put a World Heavyweight Championship match or Universal Championship match on the line just to give it a little bit more prestige and have it, mean a little bit more than it originally does. But I could see a few people walking out as the winner in this Battle Royal. From what we know, as far as participants, there's LA Knight. Yeah! We're going to have Tommaso Ciampa, Chad Gable. I would expect The Miz to be in here in some aspect. AJ Styles, Karrion Kross, Sheamus, Dominic Mysterio. There's a lot of really heavy hitters that could walk out as the winner, but when it comes down to it and who I predict to walk out as the winner of the SummerSlam Battle Royal, I think it has to be LA Knight. I know a lot of people thought he was going to win the Money in the Bank. I predicted Damian Priest. We got that right, but since he didn't win the Money in the Bank, I expect him to walk out as the SummerSlam Battle Royal winner and get a mid-card or world title shot down the line. If it's not him, I'd love to see Chad Gable win it. I've always been a big proponent of Chad Gable on the main roster since his time in NXT and American Alpha with Jason Jordan, and that would be a really cool winner in my opinion. So my pick from emotional standards would be Chad Gable to win the Battle Royal, but my overall pick and my final prediction is LA Knight, to walk out as the SummerSlam Battle Royal winner in Ford Field. Alright, up next, former teammates turned foes in an MMA rules match between former MMA competitors in Shayna Baszler and Rowdy Ronda Rousey, the Queen of Spades versus Rowdy. I think the intelligent pick from a booking standpoint would be to have Shayna Baszler defeat Ronda Rousey because nobody would be expecting it, and it kind of goes along the same lines of having Priest walk out as the Money in the Bank winner because nobody really thought that that was going to happen, aside from a few people. But when it comes down to a pick for this match, I mean, it's MMA rules. Ronda Rousey was such a higher level MMA fighter than Shayna Baszler, so I'll go with Ronda Rousey. I'll go Ronda Rousey to win via a armbar submission. I mean, it's pretty quintessential that she gets that. It would be cool to see Shayna Baszler win it. I know there's been a lot of promos and a lot of build behind the match, but I don't see Ronda Rousey losing this matchup going into SummerSlam. I think Ronda Rousey makes Shayna Baszler submit and walks out as the victor over former teammate and Shayna Baszler via submission. Alright, up next we've got the triple threat match, which should be a pretty solid match from top to bottom because you have 3 of the best women's wrestlers on the entire planet competing against each other. You have Asuka defending her title against Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair. Now, the main pick would probably be Charlotte Flair to walk out as the champion because for the most part, if she's booked in a championship match, more than likely she's going to walk out as the new champion, and that just goes by death, taxes, and Charlotte Flair walks out as the champion even if she's returning. I think anybody who's a longtime fan of professional wrestling and have seen Charlotte Flair's rise to the top would expect that. But I don't think it's the right idea to take the title off of Asuka yet. I think you build that up, potentially go into the Royal Rumble for next year or WrestleMania, and you do Asuka versus Charlotte again. I think at the end of the day, we're probably going to get Asuka versus Charlotte in another match. At WrestleMania, more than likely, it could be Bianca Belair versus Charlotte for the championship, but my pick for this match, I'm actually going to go with Asuka to retain the title. I think she holds on to it in Ford Field. I think she walks out of SummerSlam as still the champion because I just don't see a reason to take the title off of Asuka after Asuka just took the title off Bianca Belair not too long ago. I don't like hot potatoing the championships, whether it's men's, whether it's women's, whether it's mid-card, whether it's world title. I've never liked hot potato where you just toss it back and forth to different competitors, or you toss it back and forth between 2 individuals in a rivalry or feud. But I'm going to say Asuka holds on to the gold for a little bit longer and walks out as still the women's champion in this matchup. Alright, up next we've got Ricochet versus Logan Paul. Now, I did a brief breakdown of the SummerSlam card and how I would book the card. I'll link that in the description of this video. And a lot of the matches we called for actually showed up on the official card, so that's pretty interesting and pretty cool to think about. But Logan Paul versus Ricochet, ever since the Royal Rumble with their little, phenomenal forearm or crossbody meetup and, Ricochet jumping over the top rope to the floor, kind of like he did in the Velveteen Dream feud at NXT TakeOver Chicago, and staring Logan Paul right in the face. This is going to be a great match. This is going to be probably your match of the night from an actual professional wrestling standpoint, not so much a storytelling standpoint. And I think this match is pretty hard to predict, but I feel like you have to give Logan Paul the win. I don't think Ricochet, I don't want to see Ricochet lose because I feel like he never gets those big victories that he should get in his, WWE career at this point. He's so talented and they just never book him correctly. So I don't think another loss would hurt him here, and I think a loss would hurt Logan Paul a lot more, unless they're planning on building up Ricochet and having him do something extremely important. Then I think it's vital for Ricochet to get the win. But when it comes to an official prediction, I am going to go with Logan Paul to defeat Ricochet in this matchup. It's probably via low blow. He probably used some heelish tactics, get a low blow and a roll up or something like that, but I know this match is going to be great. These two are going to tear the house down. You're going to see some absolutely amazing athletic high-flying moves, but the official pick for me is going to be Logan Paul to defeat Ricochet via dirty tactics, or heelish tactics, I guess you could say. Alright, up next for the Intercontinental Championship, you have a man on the brink of breaking the streak for the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in history in the Ring General, Gunther, going up against Drew McIntyre. I see a couple people thinking that McIntyre is going to break the streak, break the title win, become the new Intercontinental Champion, and end Gunther's reign right before he breaks the Honky Tonk Man's record. But to be honest, I think the Honky Tonky Man is going to be toppled by the Ring General. I don't see Gunther losing the Intercontinental Championship in this matchup. I mean, it's going to be a great match. It's going to be hard-hitting. It's going to be British strong style, a shoot-fight style of match, and you can't really expect anything different from what we've seen between these two inside the ring, from what we saw between these two along with Sheamus at WrestleMania. It's going to be a hard-hitting match. It's going to be balls to the wall. They're going to go after each other, and they're going to beat the ever-living shit out of each other. But when it really comes down to it, I think Logan Paul, oh my god, I don't know what I'm saying. I almost messed it up. What am I doing here? I think the only prediction and the only logical pick here is that Gunther retains the Intercontinental Championship and defeats Drew McIntyre in a brutal match, in a great match, and exactly what you would expect from these two, which is not even a wrestling match, it's an all-out fight. But I do see Gunther walking out, still the Intercontinental Champion, and in the process breaking the reign of the Honky Tonk Man to become the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in the history of the WWE. Alright, up next is a match we've seen about 4 times at this point, and it's a match I really don't care about because I don't see a reason for it to be happening. But one thing I will say is that the promo package they used to build this up with the background music and with the entire lead up to this match at SummerSlam was fantastic. And if you haven't watched the promo package building up Rhodes versus Lesnar for SummerSlam, then go out of your way and check it out. But to be honest, I don't see Cody Rhodes losing. I don't think we need this match. I don't think we needed the last match that happened at Money in the Bank. I don't think we needed, or not Money in the Bank, whatever the last match happened. It wasn't Money in the Bank, because Money in the Bank was Dominic Mysterio and Cody Rhodes, I believe. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but we don't need more matches between these two. I feel like this feud has dragged on for way too long, and you could find other things for Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes to be doing. We know what Cody Rhodes is looking to do. He's looking to build his way all the way up to WrestleMania 40 to take on the Tribal Chief and the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion in Roman Reigns and defeat him for the title after losing at WrestleMania 39 after winning the Royal Rumble. And that's what all roads, no pun intended, but all puns intended, are pointing to, is that Cody Rhodes will eventually go on to WrestleMania 40. Maybe he wins the Royal Rumble. I hope that's not the case, though, because that would be such a waste. I think that whoever wins the Royal Rumble should challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship, but that's a topic for another video. But I think we're probably going to see Cody Rhodes go up against Roman Reigns for the title at WrestleMania, and then he'll be the one to take it off of him. Even though I don't love that at this point, I liked it after the Royal Rumble, but now I want to see Jay Uso take the title off Roman, which is obviously what we're going to get to in the Tribal Combat match in the main event. But I don't see any reason that this feud is continued. I like the build-up. I love the promo package they did. It was a phenomenal promo package. Go out of your way to check that out. One of the best promo packages WWE has done in a little while. But at the end of the day, I think Cody Rhodes wins this. If Brock Lesnar wins, it doesn't do anything for him. Okay, he won. Cody Rhodes still has multiple victories over you. I feel like Cody Rhodes is going to win this match, win the feud, probably reverse an F5 into a crossroads and get the 1-2-3. Might even do it by dirty heelish tactics, but I think it's going to be a clean win. So give me the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes to defeat Brock Lesnar by reversing an F5 into the crossroads. Alright, and now one of the most interesting matchups on the card, a rematch from the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and the exact pay-per-view where Seth Rollins and oh my god, I almost said Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. The exact pay-per-view where Seth Rollins and Finn Balor faced off for who was going to become the inaugural Universal Champion. Now, in that first meeting back in 2016, Finn Balor was able to defeat Seth Rollins and then had to relinquish the title due to an injury he suffered mid-match after taking a buckle bomb onto the barricade on the outside. But this is a rematch. This is a rematch 7 years later, almost a decade after the original match, and I think the same winner is going to walk out as the new champion. I think Seth Rollins hasn't done too much in being this World Heavyweight Champion. He doesn't have a ton of challengers. I know I did a booking video where I thought Shinsuke Nakamura was a good choice. They obviously didn't go that direction, and I think that's because they're going to use this match to build up the eventual breaking up or, fading away of the Judgment Day, or at least Damian Priest, the current Money in the Bank holder, breaking away from the Judgment Day and Finn Balor. And I think that's what we see here, but I do think that Finn Balor is going to walk out as the new World Heavyweight Champion. I don't think Damian Priest cashes in quite yet. I think Finn Balor beats Seth Rollins here via distraction from Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, Rhea Ripley. Somebody distracts Seth Rollins that allows for Finn Balor to hit that coup de grace, get that 1-2-3, and I think Finn Balor walks out as the new World Heavyweight Champion in Ford Field and gives the Judgment Day basically all the gold over on Monday Night Raw. But at the end of the day, I think that this is just leading to Damian Priest taking that World Heavyweight Championship off of Finn Balor, but I think they're going to build it up a little more and might even carry it all the way into the Royal Rumble for next year in 2024. I mean, we're in August right now. I could see it maybe going until Survivor Series, but at the end of the day, I think Finn Balor becomes the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion by defeating Seth Rollins due to distraction from the Judgment Day, and it just builds the cracks ever so slowly and continues to marinate the eventual breakup of the faction and Damian Priest winning that World Heavyweight Championship by defeating the leader in Finn Balor. When the Judgment Day was created, it was taken over and its original leader had fallen when Finn Balor took over the group. I feel like it's going to be a similar thing, but the Judgment Day will fade away. Finn Balor will lose the World Heavyweight Championship to Damian Priest after he cashes in his Money in the Bank. But as for SummerSlam, I've got Finn Balor walking out as the new World Heavyweight Champion. Alright, and now for the main event of the evening, it's Tribal Combat between the Tribal Chief and Roman Reigns defending the WWE Universal Championship against the man he made become a servant back in 2020 in the pandemic era, and a man that everybody has been waiting for him to turn on Roman Reigns, the last man to pin Roman Reigns before he was pinned recently at Money in the Bank, and the most current man to pin Roman Reigns in the WWE, and his former brother, former member of the Bloodline, one half of the Usos in Jay Uso. You have Jay Uso versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship, or just the WWE Universal Championship at this point. This match has been built up for years. It's been built up since 2020, and everybody's wanted to see Jay Uso be the man to take the belt off Roman Reigns. The video that really catapulted my channel was me talking about how the Sami Zayn, Roman Reigns, and Bloodline story wasn't about Sami at all, and it was about Jay Uso. And we finally come to realize that that was exactly what the point was. But when it comes to this Tribal Combat match, we don't know what that entails. pretty much a street fight, probably going to have some fire on the ring posts or the tiki torches on the ring posts or something. Maybe they'll have members of the family sitting at ringside with the leis on, like, sitting in their chairs around the ring with the lei to crown the winner with the lei over their neck. I don't know. We don't really know what's going to happen, but what we do know is that we're going to get another phenomenal match, another phenomenal dose of storytelling in the WWE, and probably one of the best pay-per-view main events that we have seen in the last couple years. I expect this match to go balls to the wall. I expect this match to be perfect. I expect it to be phenomenal. Well, I won't say perfect, but I think they're going to put on a hell of a show. I think that this tribal combat match is going to go at least 25-30 minutes, but I think at the end of it, for as much as I want to see Jay Uso walk out as the new champion, I think Roman Reigns is going to retain. I think that the smart choice is Jay Uso winning the Universal Championship and toppling Roman Reigns. But since he was the man to pin Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank, and nobody expected it, not even myself. I thought the Usos were going to win, but I thought they were going to pin Solo. Since he got pinned clean by Jay Uso at Money in the Bank, I don't see Jay Uso pinning Roman Reigns back-to-back and, you know, winning the Universal Championship. That's what everybody wants to see, and that's exactly why it's not going to happen. Roman Reigns is going to win this match by hook or by crook. Maybe another member of the Fatu family and Jacob Fatu from MLW makes his WWE debut and joins the Bloodline and helps Roman Reigns win. Maybe Jimmy Uso turns on Jay and realigns with Roman Reigns, but I don't see that happening. But at the end of the day, whether it's Solo getting involved, whether it's just a clean match where Roman Reigns finds some way to win, I see Roman Reigns and the Tribal Chief walking out of Ford Field, still the Universal Champion, still the longest reigning world champion of the modern era, still the most dominant champion of the modern era, and continuing this storyline with Jay Uso. But I don't know if Jay's ever going to be the one to take the title off Roman. I think it's smart. I think that's the right call, is for Jay to beat Roman here and take the title. But like I said, since he got pinned at Money in the Bank, I don't think he's going to drop another pinfall to Jay Uso. It would be great. It would be huge for Jay. It would really crown that main event Jay Uso storyline. But at the end of the day, I don't think it happens. I'm going to go with Roman Reigns to walk out still the WWE Universal Champion and win Tribal Combat, remaining the Tribal Chief.